Dear students, welcome to the problem solving session on PDE. In the first 4 video, we learn how to form the PDE by eliminating the arbitrary constants and then arbitrary functions. What we are going to do in this session, we are going to find the solution for the PDE. In the previous sessions, equation is given, we have to form the PDE. Now, PDE is given, we have to find the solutions for the PDE. So, we are considering first order PDE, that is we take z is a function of x and y, then if we differentiate z partially with respect to x, we take it as p, and when we differentiate z partially with respect to y, we take it as q. So the general form of the first order PDE is like x, y, z, p and q. Now we are going to find the solutions for this first order PDE. We have 4 different kinds of solutions. The first one is complete solution, the second one is particular solution, the third one is general solution, and the fourth one is singular solution. Before going into the problem, we have to understand what is meant by complete, particular, general and singular solution. Informally, I will just give the idea. The solution that has arbitrary constant for each independent variable. For example, suppose you take z equal to f of x comma y. Here x and y are independent variable. Z is depending on x and y. So if there are 2 independent variables, then we have 2 arbitrary constants in the solution. Then the solution is known as complete solution. You can see now, suppose we say a and b are the 2 different constants. If you varying the value of a and b, we can have many different solutions. So this complete solution represents the family of surfaces. The next one is particular solution. Suppose I am putting the value for a is 1 and b equal to minus 2 in the complete solution, then it is known as particular solution. For example, suppose we have z equal to ax plus by plus c. If I am setting a equal to 1, b equal to 2 and c equal to 0, now my solution will become z equal to x plus 2y. This is a particular solution. More simply what we can say, this is just one surface from the complete solution or complete family. The next one is general solution. This type of solution always involves an arbitrary functions like phi, g or f, not just the constants. We often use this pi of u comma v equal to 0 where u and v are functions of x, y, z. The most general solution of the PDE is formed by elimination of functions. This general solution will give a wide set of possible solutions. Finally, we have singular solution. It is a very special solution that it cannot be just found by choosing some values for constant or putting some functions in the complete solution. It comes from the envelope of family of curves in the complete solution. So the singular solution often touches or intersects many surfaces of the complete solution. It is unique and not part of the usual family. While you solve the problems, you can understand what is this. So now you can see the clear picture. Complete solution, the number of arbitrary constants should be equal to number of independent variable. A particular value will give you particular solution. General solution would have consist of arbitrary function, and singular solution is a special thing which does not occur by simply replacing constants or functions. So it has no constants or function. It is a special solution from the envelope of the complete family. Now, how to find the complete solution? When you see the problem, you have to check the number of independent variable, and the number of arbitrary constant should be equal to the number of independent variable in the solution. Then it is called as complete solution. Particular solution is very obvious. If you put a particular value for these arbitrary constants, then we get the particular solution. Next, we are going to see how to find the general solution. For this, we know the first order PDE of the form x, y, z, p and q. Here it has 2 independent variables x and y. Therefore, my complete solution is some g, x, y, z, a and b. Now to find the general solution, I have to make this arbitrary constant into 1. Suppose I will take b equal to phi of a or a equal to some psi of b. Either you write a in terms of b or b in terms of a and then substitute in equation 2, we get a new equation 3. Now we have to differentiate this equation 3 partially with respect to a. The right hand side is already 0. Now you get the new equation. Let us take this as 4. Now eliminating the arbitrary constant a between equation 3 and 4, we get a solution. That solution is known as our general solution, provided if this exists. You can see the typed version. Next, finally, we have singular solution. For the singular solution also, we take the same PDE and the complete solution is this. Now, in general solution, we write b in terms of a. Here we are not going to do this. We take equation 2 and we differentiate partially with respect to a, and as well as we are going to differentiate g partially with respect to b, and we take this as equation 3 and 4. Now our job is to eliminate the arbitrary constant a and b from these three equations 2, 3 and 4, provided if they exist, then the solution is known as singular solution. Hope you understand. While we do the problem, you can get the idea. You can see the typed version. Now we know the first order PDE consists of x, y, z, p and q. We're going to see some standard type of problems. Let us take the first type as f of p comma q equal to 0. In type 1, we have only p and q. For example, the problem may be like p plus q equal to 1, pq equal to 4, p square plus q square equal to pq, etc. Next, type 2, it has of the form z equal to px plus qy plus f of p comma q. This is also known as Clairaut's form. For example, you have z equal to px plus qy plus p square plus q square or pq, something which has a function of p and q here. For example, we take z equal to px plus qy plus pq, or we have p plus q or p square plus q square, etc. etc. Next, type 3, you can easily remember type 3 as 3 variables. Suppose f of x comma p comma q equal to 0, or f of y comma p comma q equal to 0, or f of z comma p comma q equal to 0. So pq along with the combinations of x, y and z is going to be my type 3. And next, type 4, we have f of x comma p is equal to g of y comma q. You can easily remember in type 3 we have 3 datas. Type 4 we have 4. And you would have already guessed it, my type 5 is going to be involving all x, y, z, p and q. We are going to solve by Lagrange's method. So these are all the 5 types we are going to deal as a standard types for finding solutions of the first order PDE. We are going to solve one by one. Now let us go into the type 1. I am directly going into the problem and I will explain you how to solve. So the given problem is p plus q equal to 1. So it consists of only p and q. Now for the given PDE, I am going to assume the trial solution. I am going to assume the trial solution as ax plus by plus c. You may have a lot of questions why I am taking this ax plus by plus c. I can even take z equal to x square plus y square or z equal to ax plus by simply. But why specifically this? It's some theoretical idea. I'll post the concepts in a separate video. Just now we assume this is the best trial solution. Now my job is to find two arbitrary constants because this first order PDE has two independent variables x and y. Now from the trial solution we are going to find the complete solution, singular solution and general solution. We don't bother about the particular solution because it is obvious. If you substitute a particular value, you get a particular solution. So to find the complete solution, the first thing we have to check how many independent variables are there. In this first order PDE, x and y are independent and z is depending on x and y. So we have two independent variables. So my complete solution should have two arbitrary constants, but my trial solution has three arbitrary constants. So I have to eliminate one arbitrary constant from here. Now how I achieve this? Take this equation 2, differentiate 2 partially with respect to x. So you will get dou z by dou x equal to a, and then similarly differentiate 2 partially with respect to y, we get b. We know that dou z by dou x is nothing but p, and dou z by dou y is q. So now we get p equal to a and q equal to b. I am going to substitute in equation 1, and then we get a plus b equal to 1. But my complete solution should contain only two arbitrary constants, because in this first order PDE I have two independent variables. So I am going to replace b by 1 minus a in equation 2. Therefore my complete solution is z equal to ax, b I am replacing by 1 minus a into y plus c. Now this solution consists of two arbitrary constants a and c. So this is going to be the complete solution for my problem. Next we are going to find the singular solution. For most of the standard types we don't have singular solution. The reason is, to find singular solution we have the condition dou z by dou a, because a is one arbitrary constant and the next arbitrary constant is dou z by dou c equal to 0. Now when I find dou z by dou c from equation 3, I will get differentiation of c is 1. But according to the condition dou z by dou c equal to 0, when you equate we get 0 equal to 1, which is never possible. It is an absurd. Therefore type 1 does not have singular solution. So in exam point of view, you can simply write it does not have singular solution. That is more than enough. Next we are going to find the general solution. General solution can be obtained from the complete solution. For this problem C, we have z equal to ax plus 1 minus a into y plus c. This is my complete solution. Now I am going to replace this c in terms of function of a, and we get a new equation 4. Now differentiate 4 partially with respect to a, we get some equation dou z by dou a. Let us take this as equation 5. Now eliminating the constant a from equation 4 and 5, the solution which we get is the general solution. So in exam point of view, you don't want to find the general solution. You can simply say the word differentiating 4 partially with respect to a and eliminating a, we get the general solution. Hope you understand, students. Now for your convenience, I am going to solve the problem in a very fast way. What are all the steps needed in exam point of view? The given problem is p plus q equal to 1. Let us take this as equation 1. It is of the form f of p comma q equal to 0. It has only p and q. Therefore my trial solution is ax plus by plus c. Now take this as equation 2. Differentiate 2 partially with respect to x and y. So we get dou z by dou x is equal to a and dou z by dou y is equal to b. Now substitute this in equation 1. Before that we can write this simply as p equal to a and q equal to b. Substituting in 1, we get a plus b equal to 1. Now I want to find the complete solution. My complete solution should contains only two arbitrary constants, because here we have two independent variables, that is z is a function of x and y. Therefore I can write this as b equal to 1 minus a. My complete solution is ax plus 1 minus a into y plus c. This is my complete solution. I will take this as 3, and we easily see it has no singular solution. So you can write it has no singular solution. The reason is, when we differentiate this partially with respect to c, we get 1. But according to the condition for singular solution, when you differentiate z partially with respect to arbitrary constant, it should be 0. So we don't want to mention this. You simply say singular solution does not exist or no singular solution. Then finally, general solution. Let us put c equal to phi of a in 3. We get z equal to ax plus 1 minus a into y plus phi of a. Now we take this as equation 4. Mention differentiate 4 partially with respect to a, and then eliminating a, we get general solution. You can write like this. This is more than enough.
Thanks for watching. Hope you found this video helpful. Subscribe to our channel and share it to your friends. See you in the next video. Bye bye.